Welcome to the Fishing Musicians Fishing and Travel Adventures.
In this episode of the Fishing Musicians, we are in the Big Easy, New Orleans. New Orleans is famous for its music, culture, and cuisine.
This is what's called a seafood gumbo.
We take in all that Louisiana has to offer.
See that primate, man?
Yeah.
I track down the primate as he's unleashed on Bourbon Street. And we haul in some massive redfish and trout. Woo! So stay tuned for another great episode of the Fishing Musicians, Fishing the Bayous in Louisiana. Are you in charge of organizing a large corporate event and require audio-visual services like sound systems, screens, projectors, and even video cameras? Look no further. www.fergusonaudioproductions.com or call 547-4222. Welcome back to the Fishing Musicians, and we are on the Mississippi River. New Orleans, the Big Easy. The Fishing Musicians are on trek to one of their greatest adventures ever. New Orleans is famous for a lot of things. Its culture, its cuisine, and also its music. And en route to New Orleans, I found it extremely difficult to maintain the cast and crew's composure, their excitement, and even their self-dignity. In 2005, the 9th Ward neighborhood in New Orleans was thrust into the nation's spotlight during Hurricane Katrina. Much of New Orleans was underwater.
They have between 10 to 20 feet of water here.
The lower 9th Ward of the city was the most devastated area. Remnants of Katrina's powerful devastation remains today. Those who were able to survive this catastrophe stayed on their roofs for days and days. Once they were evacuated, the whole area was basically abandoned and left to what it is right now. You can imagine this whole house was underwater. The levee is just probably 100 yards that way. This whole house was underwater. Over 2,000 people died here in Katrina about 7 or 8 years ago. It's pretty daunting. These canal flood walls offered little resistance when Katrina came to town. Today, it looks peaceful and calm, but I only can imagine what these people suffered during that time. Mother Nature took no preferences on who you were during the great flood of Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans.
But this is the hood. This is where he lived.
So this is the lower 9th Ward in Louisiana. This was all underwater. And this is Fats Domino's house. For days after the storm, they couldn't find him because everything was out. They found him. He got out through the chimney.
This is his actually house. This was his publishing house.
Okay, this is his publisher house, and there's his house. Fats Domino's house. After a brief visit in New Orleans, in which we will be back, don't worry, we're heading to our host guide, Pelican State Fishing Charters. It's located around 45 minutes south of New Orleans, in the Barataria Bayou and Lafayette areas. Captain Dave will be our guide for the adventure. Our accommodations are located right on the water. Within minutes, you're boating and on the fish. Captain Dave's accommodations can hold up to 8 people. You have your own separate entrance and separate washroom. And within a couple of steps, you're on the water. But the most important thing is that you will experience some Louisiana cuisine.
Okay, this is what's called the stuffed artichoke. The way you eat this is you pick up a leaf, okay, and it has breadcrumbs, and some people put shrimp in it, shredded shrimp and different things, and you eat the stuffing off the leaf, okay? You have to eat all the leaves first, and then there's a center, what they call the heart. And you take the heart, and the artichoke part is all the little fibers that are on top of the heart. You have to pull all that off, and then you cut that heart up in pieces, and that is like the filet mignon or the artichoke. This is what's called the seafood gumbo.
Seafood gumbo.
This is shrimp and crabs, and it's an okra gumbo. The base of it's cooked with okra. And we add the shrimp last so they don't break all down and turn to nothing.
You guys cook like this every night? This is kind of a standard New Orleans dish?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all standard stuff. Local stuff we eat all the time.
What's this? What's in here now?
That is speckled trout.
Wow.
That's speckled trout fillets. And
So is that what we're fishing for tomorrow?
yes. And I have this soaked in mustard, eggs, and beer.
Nice.
Okay? And then I'm going to put it in a batter, and I'm going to deep fry it.
Well, I think it's time to eat this tasty looking stuff.
Yes, we're getting ready to start preparing it. We're going to put the grease on now.
And we're gonna
The gumbo's on, and we're going to start frying some fish.
Awesome.
Get it,
Catch some fish tomorrow.
get her in
Yes.
get her in your gumbo. Cause the gumbo, get a gumbo, get the gumbo. Get her in dumping in your gumbo tonight. Cause the gumbo's on tonight.
Play us a lonely song, Brian, in the bios. Ah.
Drinking wine, fishing some catfish.
How's the morning going, Curtis? Good morning.
Hey.
Hey, Kurt.
Yes.
So you all got your game face on today?
Game face makeup.
Can't catch fish if you're lying in the water.
Can't catch a fish if you're
Lying in the water. If you lie, don't. What is it? Forgot the lyrics for our own song. Is that a trout?
That's a speckled trout.
So the species you're catching here are speckled trout. You can catch redfish.
Speckled trout, redfish, flounder, sheephead, drum, all your inside species. That's what we call a speckled trout, a weak fish.
Wow, nice. So you fish all year here?
Yes.
365? It's always
12
good
months,
fishing?
12 months a year. It's always good fishing. All depends on weather, but it's always good fishing.
You have a website, right?
Yes.
What's the-
Pelican State Fishing Charters.
PelicanStateFishingCharters.com?
.com.
Okay, or you can go to the fishingmusicians.com website, and we'll put a link to your website on ours.
Okay.
From Canada to Louisiana, didn't take us very long. We had a bit of a long day, but we had a good time. Only 45 minutes outside of New Orleans.
Yep. 20 minutes from the dock, and we're already on the fish.
Exactly. First cast, you got a fish.
First cast.
Oh, we'll get Curtis on a fish there. How you making out, Kurt?
I'm not a real fisherman, but I play one on TV.
That's a shrimp down his throat. They're just gorging on these. You have falling tide right now with these cold fronts coming in. And all this bait is coming out of these passes, and these fish just stack up on the shrimp.
Brian's got one on. Throw the, you got, oh, bring it in, Brian. Tip up. Is that a trout? Yee-hoo! There you go, Brian. First Louisiana fish. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Awesome. Another one.
Double.
Double header here. Okay, let's see if Kurt can get one. Look at that. Perfect. Well, we got New Orleans tonight. What are your plans for tonight in New Orleans?
I'm on the
On the committee? I'm on the party committee.
I'm on the party committee. searching
Well, it's
for-
always nice to socialize in New Orleans, apparently. Bourbon Street? Why do they call it Bourbon Street? Does that have something to do with the bourbon?
I'm looking for the Mississippi primate.
Well, you neglected to sedate him in Newfoundland. He showed up in
I
Amsterdam.
think he followed us.
He's followed us everywhere. And now it's time to sedate the prime. Oh,
I got one.
there you go. Curtis got one.
I lost.
Ah, Curtis. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, solo!
Can't get the fish if your line ain't in the water. Can't get the fish if your line ain't in the water. Well, if your rod don't jig, you ain't got a chance. Make that hole and make your fin dance. Can't get your fish if your line ain't in the water. I can see you can cast a line sitting there by the riverside. One about the way you look, but the water never sees your hook. So you say that you're the best. I've never seen you with a fish on yet. You got a pole and a big old net, and never seen you get 'em wet. Can't get your fish if your line ain't in the water. You can't get your fish if your line ain't in the water. Well, if your rod don't jig, you ain't got a chance. Make that old and your fin dance. Can't get your fish if your line ain't in the water.
Ryan Kenny, solo, go. Keep that on, Brian, see if you can get the porpoise.
You want to bait the porpoise?
Good. I don't know if that hook would hold it.
I don't think so.
No. All you're going to do is hear a zing, and you're not going to have no line left on the pole.
Nice little trout, eh?
Nice trout.
So that's what we were eating last night at supper.
That's what we're eating. This is some fine eating right here. This is the best eating size, 12, 13, 14. Your size slot here is 12-inch minimum.
So you're throwing these in. There's porpoises all around here that are eating these fish.
Yeah, they hear the fluttering on the water. It sounds like a distressed fish, and when we throw these fish in, they kind of get stunned, and then they come in and they scoop them up.
Fish on. My first Louisiana fish. Porpoises everywhere. We're in Louisiana, folks. Doing some awesome fishing. New Orleans tonight. We'll be right back with the fishing musicians in Louisiana. Welcome back to the Fishing Musicians. We are in Louisiana. This is New Orleans, and this is Bourbon Street. Located in the French Quarter, Bourbon Street is the birthplace of jazz. There's so much to do and see on Bourbon Street alone that you could never walk from one end to the other, which isn't that far, to see all the bands in one night. The culture and atmosphere is everything I anticipated when we arrived. I couldn't believe that Curtis was there. Blues, rock and roll, jazz, it's all here. Even the primates showed up. En route to a different fishing location, it's pretty evident everywhere you look the devastation of the hurricanes that take place in these southern states.
I'm going in here. Yikes.
Pretty scary, eh? Not going in there.
I'm not going in here.
Watch out, Brian. Alligators. Alligator owl.
There, so we're going for redfish now. You're going to use this different technique fishing?
Different technique. We're going to use spinners now. Have a lot of flash. This gold spoon gives you a lot of flash. Throw it out there and just kind of work it back slow. Get a lot of vibration. We've been having a lot of luck with black and chartreuse. And I've been using what they call a baby bull, which is a lot shorter. These are long. The baby bulls are shorter, which makes you have a better strike. They don't tend to tail hit you as much. So I need to find one of those and put that on here. All right, this is a baby bull, black and chartreuse. That's been a color that's been working real well. It's a little shorter, which means they'll hit it and they'll hook. You get a better hook set. They don't tend to tail hit it as much. It's not as long. See, this one here is a lot longer.
So out here you can fish different species, like you indicated. You can get start off with trout, pretty much a sure shot when you're fishing trout, and then redfish are a little harder to
No,
get.
it's just a different area.
Yeah.
A lot of the redfish run the shoreline. The trout out in the middle of the bays. So now we're going to work the shoreline, and we're going to, kind of like bass fishing, you just slowly work these spinnerbaits down these shorelines, and the redfish just in these shorelines. They're up against these grass beds.
Can you see them tailing and stuff?
At times, depending on the time of the year, sometimes they tail in real well, sometimes not. We're going to give it a shot and work these edges and see what we can do.
And no sooner did Dan put on the first lure than we threw in our first cast. And right away, Gabbo nails one right off the top. This is going to be fun.
Yep. There you go. Just kind of stick your hand in his gills. Here, Gabba. Watch out. The camera is. You might get a little closer, Dave, because you can eat that. Hold it.
Something.
In this cool weather.
He was ready.
Good job. Another one, Dave?
Yeah, another big red. Another big red.
Oh, he's... Big tongue on me. Nice.
7, 8
Look at that. What would that be caused from?
Well, it's either something hit him, or he's just been on them shells, them shell reefs. Could have been a shark hit him, something in the past.
This is how good at fishing it is here in Louisiana, folks. We got a double header, 2 reds on at one time, and they're not small. None of them are small. 10 pounds, easy. Look at that, 2 of them. Oh, woo!
What? 2 for the price of 1. Today's special is 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah, 2 red snappers. And a rusty fish hook.
Hold it up. All right.
2 red snappers and a rusty fish hook.
Woo!
Cheers.
Here we go. We got a big redfish on. Nice fish. These are good size, eh?
Oh yeah, about 10 pounds.
So all we did was we moved more inland towards the shore here. Stick your arm in the water, Ryan. Oh, that's good. Here we go. We got a redfish in Louisiana. Woo! All right. Nice fish. They got that The fake eye and the back tail, the kind of...
Yeah, that's their fake eye for predators. Predators hit them on their tail instead of hitting them in the face. But they'll have multiple spots. Some of them will have 30, 40 spots on them. Just depends on the fish.
Wow. Get a photo? Yeah. Here we go, Louisiana redfish. Got lots of trout, got lots of redfish. It's time to head to New Orleans, to Bourbon Street, to have a good time and socialize. Baby. Yeah.
Can't get the fish if you're lining in the water. Can't get the fish if you're lining in the water. Well, if you ride on till you ain't got a chance, make that old big event then. Can't get the fish if you're lining in the water. I can see you can cast a line sitting there by the riverside, wondering about the way you look where the water never sees you. So you say that you're the best. Never seen you with a fish out yet. Got a pole and a big old net. Never seen you get them wet. Can't get the fish if you're lining in the water. Come on now. Can't get the fish if you're lining in the water. Well, if you ride don't jig, you ain't got a chance. Make that old thing you fit that. Can't get the fish if you're lining in the water. Come on, Lynn. Water. Can't get the fish if you're lining in the water. Well, if you ride don't jig, you ain't got a chance. Make that old big event then. Can't get the fish if you're lining in the water. Everybody, come on. Can't get your fish if you're lining in the water. Can't get your fish if you're lining in the water. Well, if you ride don't jig, you ain't got a chance. Make that old big event then. Can't get your fish if you're lining in the water. One more. Can't get your fish if you're lining in the water. Can't get your fish if you're lining in the water. When in the ride on jig, you ain't got a chance. Make that old big event then. Can't get your fish if you're lining in the water. Woo! You can't get your fish, folks.
One more great adventure is in the can with the fishing musicians. New Orleans, Louisiana, and fishing the bayous with Pelican State Fishing Charters. Thanks to Dave and his wife for so graciously hosting us. And thank you for watching. Until next time, keep your lines tight.
It's a primate in New Orleans. Holy it's a primate.
See a primate go by here?
Oh, yeah.
See that primate, man?
Yeah,
You know New Orleans really well?
I know real well.
Have you been looking for the primate?
I've been looking for him for months. Holy shit, it's a primate.
Go get him!